Hey, what's shaking, guys? Luke Dancy here. Hope you are all doing well. We've got the new year starting in just a couple of days, which is wild stuff. Want to welcome you all here today. We are talking with Luca Volpe, all the way from the other side of the world. He is the Italian mentalist, and we are very excited to talk to him about mentalism, about doing virtual shows, about some upcoming products. He might even give you an exclusive peek at something he's got coming out in the very near future, and some of his hits that we carry at Murphy's. Talk about the one and only, the Italian mentalist, Luca. How we doing,
Hello,
sir?
hello everyone. Ciao, Luke and Luca. You say that's a perfect combination. That's
Hey,
exactly. Yeah,
hey, I
yeah.
can I can
Tutto
do it.
bene. Yeah, you see, I'm in the relaxing mood. This is the relaxing classic mood tonight. So that's fine.
Well,
So
thank
how
you
are
for
you?
doing
Nice to
this.
see you, my friend.
I'm doing good over here. You know, it's been a weird, very weird year, and we're going to talk
Yeah.
about how you have adapted to that with virtual shows. We're going to talk all about that as well. So I hope you've been doing okay with all this stuff going on, man. I really hope you've been hanging in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, we thank God we are safe, me, my family. So that's the most important thing. And I hope that you all guys, you are all nice and safe at home in this period, because that's what we need. We need the health is the first thing. And then, thanks to Luke that bring us all these beautiful things, online, you have time to enjoy and to learn, more stuff, because I think we need to use this time to learn as much as we can. In fact, we was talking before, me and Luke, about how to make sure to use this time in learning, in expanding our knowledge.
For sure.
That's very important. So
Yeah. We're going to get into a lot of stuff today, guys. But
yeah,
first, before we do that, I would like Luca to introduce himself a little bit. We don't have to go too deep, but maybe just a quick background on who you are, what you do. If people are just getting to know you for the first time here, why don't you give them like a little rundown on who you are, and then we'll start to get into some of
well,
the fun
that's a
stuff
long
today.
story. That's a long story because this year is like 36 years I'm in the
Wow.
magic world. So
Cool.
to start from the beginning, it will be a little bit complicated and long. But I started, well, I did my first show. Imagine, look, I was 12
Okay.
years old. The show was, of course, no mentalism. I also did the illusionist. I've been doing illusion show. I've done illusion shows from a long time, but my passion has always been mentalism. In fact, if you see my library, which is not this, it's the library which I have in Italy in the other house, because I'm in UK at the moment. And it's like 99% mentalism. There is maybe one illusion book and one card magic book. Um, but again, that always been my passion. But I think that, and that's very important. To be a mentalist, you need to be uh, artistically mature in order to do mentalism, because otherwise it will not be believable, I suppose. And also, I think the experience that the magician and illusionist give you, it for sure is really useful, because imagine when you have all the experience as an illusionist, so all stage lighting, props and all these kind of things, they will help in an incredible way for your mentalism show, because you have a base of knowledge that you learn doing other stuff, which is really, really important. This is what you see is right now is my international promo video, where I have some of the TV things, shows I've done in Qatar and all around the world and stuff. I do mainly corporate shows, some private luxury parties and stuff like that. And I love doing what I do. And of course, I work a lot in the mentalism community, because I do a lot of releases. And I wrote, Luke, you mentioned I wrote, I think, 24 books for the mentalism community.
24
24.
books. Oh my God, dude.
And they are
Wow.
not, only because the one that you see on the Murphy Magic Supply, they are the books, distributed all around the world. But then I have many like private limited release that I have a limited number, like 25, 50 copies or something like this. So there are also these books they haven't put in a in the account. So there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, I wrote because I am inspired by many things. I've been studying, a lot mentalism. And by the way, this is Renato. Renato Cotini is a good friend of mine. Is helping me in doing something which we're going to talk in a moment. It's a big mentalism convention that is going soon online in actually 18 days, 17 days, which we're going to talk in a second, right, Luke?
Yeah, we are. You've got some stuff you've been working on, and with the
Yeah,
team,
I
and
don't know what to
yeah,
say because I don't want that I spoil something before your question, So I'm
it's
just
it's
thinking
all
everything.
good.
Yeah,
It's all
everything.
good.
Well,
Why don't we go
let's
ahead and
say,
talk about it? We can talk
yeah.
about it now. You want to talk about it now? Let's do it. You kind of teed it up, so we can definitely talk about
Yeah. So, but let's say,
this.
yeah, stay with me because I will like that because I know that you are, you've been a couple of times, maybe
Yep,
more,
yep.
in Vegas at my invention. So this is the greatest mentalism convention, and now we know all. Is this convention has an incredible name from years now, and it's been created by Danny Archer. He
Hmm.
has an incredible team and work with him, Marty, and other people. And this year, he called me and he said, Luca, why we don't do together my invention? Because you did, the virtual mentalism convention. The one I did last year was the first virtual mentalism convention in the world. And it was like unbelievable because we had 24 hours mentalism non-stop. I was dead after that. Trust me, I was completely shattered. And we had incredible name. I've been contacting, Banachek, Richard Webster, and many others. And I say, guys, my idea with that was to do something for free for all the magicians and mentalists. They were at home without work, without doing any shows, anything. So I say, okay, what we can do for everyone. So because I'm in this community, in this world for many years, I've been contacting all the names I know, and I say, guys, can we do this? Yes, let's do it.
That's fun.
And that was an incredible success. And of course, Danny says, Luca, can we do this together? So for my invention, we created an incredible convention with, well, this is from the 16th to the 18th of January. And there are only, if you go on the actual presenters that you just show now,
Mhm.
you will see all the names that are in the convention. So we're talking about Mark Spellman, Keith Barry, Banachek, Richard Osterlin, and these are only few of the names. Luke, Colin McLeod, Guy Bavley. You see, these are only some of the names. The people that will do the lecture, without still putting the name and saying the name of the people they will do my invention minutes, which is a kind of TED talk.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a TED talk on mentalism. So we will have Alan Nu, Josh Lozov, Eric Samuel. Names are incredible, guys. It really, after this convention for a month, you don't want to see any mentalism. Trust me. Jeff Evanson. Jeff is a great friend of mine. I love them. The Evanson, an incredible couple. Every time I see their show, my mind is completely blown away. And great people, great. I love them. So again, we did this convention, and and me and Danny, we created this convention this year. And then there are the workshop because Luke, it's not only these 3 days. We have a full week of workshop, which
Wow.
is unbelievable. We have workshop from I think Peter Turner. If you scroll the page, because I don't remember even all the names.
There they are. There's
Yeah,
a few of them popping up.
yeah, Rainer and Thomas from Paralabs, Peter Turner, Timon Kraus. Then we have a Luch, yes, a Max Spellman, Josh Lodzoff and Kennedy. Now, keep in mind that Max Spellman, for example, is not doing this kind of things often.
Hmm.
And to have him with us, has been quite difficult to have to get hold of it. And so that will be an incredible week because we start the 16th and we finish, Friday, the next Friday. So
Wow, man. Wow. So as a
uh,
mentalist, I guess, as one of the images there is Luch's image, mentalists, they're often doing the the pose or their,
Yeah.
so
Not
your
me.
brain is going to
Not,
hurt after that.
not me. Not me. My pose
You don't
is
do that.
this. Or like this. I don't use the finger to my brain because, but I know. I remember. I remember was I think your Manor posted. It was like a picture of all the mentalists. Most of the mentalists, they all were someone like this, someone like this, someone like this. It's funny.
It's just a thing, yeah. It's just, everyone looks like they have a headache.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly, exactly.
but
So, guys,
yeah, so
if
sorry.
you want to go and check my invention, the website in myinvention.net, there is the
Cool.
subscription. We have different subscription, different taste. If you want to pay, the full tickets, they pay the full tickets. If they want to pay the small tickets, they pay small tickets. There's, price for everyone. So we made it easy, and especially you don't need to fly to Vegas, even if it would be nice to fly to
Yeah, it
Vegas, to
would
be
be
honest.
nice, yeah. Have you guys here.
Yeah, but you can be at home, with a glass of wine and watching everything. Alessandro is a mentalist from Rome. Is it a pose or a headache? It's a headache, I suppose.
Well, it's really cool again that you're able to adapt things like conventions. I know it's kind of been a trend this year as people bringing them into the virtual space, and you've
Yes.
got a hell of a lineup, and it's kind of hard to bring that many people together in a physical environment sometimes. So you might actually end up with a better convention than you would get in person
Yeah,
sometimes.
that's
So
true. I mean, exactly
pretty
what
cool.
Danny said, because it's not easy to have all these big names
Yeah.
in one go, in one place,
Yep.
so
Very
that's
true.
one of the beautiful things
Yeah.
of virtual, performances.
The other thing that you've been doing a lot of, speaking of the virtual stuff, and I would really love to get inside your head a little bit,
Yes.
because you're one of the busiest guys doing these virtual shows. This is your promo reel for your virtual shows. Um,
Yeah.
I want to ask you a very honest question first. Do you enjoy doing them? Like, I know that you have to because of the situation, but Luca, do you actually enjoy doing virtual shows for people?
Okay, let me tell you this, which will be a weird answer, but yes, and also a lot. And let me tell you why. Because I think it's all about bringing energy to people. You see,
Mhm.
I do my online show with exact the same energy when I'm on stage in front of 1,000, 2,000 people. It's not because I'm here in my room or sitting on my comfy chair. It's not about that. For me, is exactly the same. So I think the concept is very easy. If you bring energy, you will receive energy.
Mhm.
So yes, of course, it's not the same feeling, because when you are on stage, you have the smell of theater, let's call like this. Okay, so it's a different situation. Of course, the light, the warmth of the audience, yes, fine. But I think that if you bring the right energy in your show, and you see here, you see the reaction, you see the girl, how she's smiling, the guy is completely blown away, the other girl too. And it's all about bringing energy. If you have energy, you get energy from the other people. So I think that's what I think is really important when the people that, because I see a lot of posts of people say, oh, I'm not into this virtual thing. Well, let me tell you something. For the people that say this, you're missing two things. You're missing money, because this is a very good opportunity to make good money, especially in the period that we are not working. We haven't done anything live. I haven't done one show live from March. So
Wow.
this online show literally saved my thing. Okay.
Ass.
Just, yeah, exactly. The online show literally saved me, because if I didn't create my online show, and you see, these are all the company I work with. Sizer, speaking about
Oh yeah.
Snapchat, Astro, King, Accenture. I work for huge companies, and the show is not a cheap show. It's people pay good money to see. So, and that really saved my ass, like you say, because and that's the people say, oh, I don't like this thing. Well, I'm sorry for you, but now it's also too late, because the people that start first, they actually break the market. Let me tell you something. I had the advertising of my online show 1 week after the lockdown in Italy, because it was really bad, we completely locked by everything. In March, 1 week after the lockdown, I had the promo of my show without having the show. I had no show. I had no trick, no routines, nothing. I didn't have even my switcher here, the Atem Mini, which I use. Then we go, if you want to ask some of this technical question, I will be happy to answer. I had nothing, but I said I have to push now because I feel that will become something. Then I did the virtual convention with Mentalist, and I see the things was going well. And I got a call. I got a call from agencies. I'm in 2-3 very big, entertainment agency with my online shows, and I've been pretty busy. I've been doing like 3 shows a day for 2 months. It's a lot.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
November and December, I never been so busy in my life like in this, because let's face it, even if I do this for for living, so I work for many years, of course, but even if I'm a quite busy performer, I can never be able to do 3 shows in one day, with one with Japan, one in United States, one in UK. How you can do that with the live shows? You can't.
Very
So
true.
you have to charge a lot more. So to get, because doing 3 shows, 4 shows in one day, I had last week, the 17th December, the 17th, I did 6 shows in one day. 6.
Jeez. Wow.
I arrived in the evening, I was like completely destroyed. But because again, I try to push all the energy I can out there, and in fact, it's like a chain. When the show works, when you break the code, what I say is, okay, I think I break the code. When you break the code, the voice spread and you work. And that's it. Now, in fact, if you go on my website, lucavolpe.com, you will see that now in the show page, there is actually the section of the online entertainment, because I know your question, Luke. I feel that you are going to ask me, is virtual shows will keep going?
I was going to ask that. Absolutely. Good. You read my mind. Thank you.
So you say, I think yes. I don't think that will be the first choice, of course, because we all want to do live shows. But it's a great opportunity now to have an option, because you see, the company, they still doing, and they always been doing, online meeting. Okay, it's always like this. They do online meeting, especially if they have people in the company in different places in the world. So this guy, good. Thank you, Colin. So the online shows will keep going, because let's say they are doing a meeting, an online meeting, fine. They want 30 minutes of entertainment just to break a little bit that boring meeting that lasts like 4 hours. Now they have the option. So why not to have the option on online show, online entertainment, and actually now creating my portable online shows. I'm going to buy a MacBook Pro. Yes, a MacBook Pro, couple of quick small cameras, because I want to be able to perform online wherever I am. And that's another thing, imagine to do, imagine today, I don't know, I'm somewhere and they say, Luca, are you okay next week to do a 30-minute show? Yes, I can, without moving my ass from from wherever I am. And that's important. So it's a good option for that. And there is another important option that I don't think that people think about it. I worked in the luxury environment. Okay, I do many shows for people with that is wealthy people. Let's call like this. And for them, thank you, Richard. For them, having the luxury to have a mentalist or a performer on demand for their private parties, let's say, or even if they one evening, they are bored at home. And they say, okay, the guy talked to the wife and said, okay, what we do tonight? Oh, I don't know, I'm bored. I don't want to watch Netflix. I don't want to watch Amazon Prime. Can we do something interactive? Okay. we have the Italian mentalist. They can do for us his live show. They call me, we fix the date, they pay me good money, and they have the magician, the mentalist, the magician on demand. So if you go 1 second in the mind of these people, this is a big, big luxury thing to have someone to call, and they can perform only for you at home. If you're bored, if you don't have to do nothing, that's an incredible thing they have in their hand right now. So wealthy people, or people that maybe, groups of people, let's say there is a party at home, because again, you can work with one person can call you, but they can have like 20 people in one room. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say a party, say, okay, how much is calling a magician or a mentalist if we share the money tonight and we have our entertainment at home, only for our party? And this can happen with anyone in the world. So imagine how powerful it is now to do show online. So I think people, magicians, they need to think a little bit more with the business mindset and less with the magician mindset, because magicians say, oh, I don't like this virtual thing because, I like to do my things live. Yes, fine. The thing with the business mindset, it will change completely your point of view. Trust me.
I totally appreciate you saying that, because a lot of people get lost in being hyper focused just on the magic, and they look at what they do just as a magician. So I'm glad you pointed that out.
And there is one more thing, Luke, is laziness.
Yeah,
There is one
true.
thing which is lazy, because there is people, oh my God, the 2 cameras, and I need to buy this, I need to learn that, I need to learn how to use Zoom, how to use Ecamm, how to use all this stuff, OBS, all this shit. So guys, yes, you need to invest time in growing. If you want to grow, you need to invest time on yourself. So if you know that there is a market for it, study. I had to learn, all the stuff here. I had to buy all the tool I need to do the online show. I invested money, and now I got the money back and even more with a small investment, because, I've been focused, and, I overcome my limiting belief. That's the problem. If we have a limiting belief, if we start saying, oh, that will never work, oh, that's too complicated, we just, we give reason to our self-limiting belief. So we need to learn to overcome this to grow in our business.
Well said. I hope you guys are listening close, because he's dropping some fire on this one. He's dropping some straight up knowledge. Speaking of that, speaking of knowledge, I would love to ask you something. Not so much when it comes to virtual stuff, but I did have a live question that I've been keeping an eye on here. Daniel wanted to know any advice for beginning mentalists, whether it's resources, whether it's just advice in general about being a mentalist, someone that wants to start doing the type of stuff that you do, not necessarily virtually though, just
No, no, of
minimalism.
course.
What kind of advice would you give people that are interested in
Well,
learning more?
I think mentalism in general, I think you need to have a good basic knowledge, because today
Sure.
being a mentalist is quite easy, because you can buy the latest electronic gizmo, and you do it. And, with all the respect, I have them, I have beautiful stuff. I use them, but it doesn't make, it's not the trick that make the mentalist. You need to go in a specific frame of mind. For example, there is another problem. Today, a lot of people want to become a mentalist because it's a fashion thing. They say, oh, mentalism now is more cool than magician, something like this. And I don't believe that. I think we can make cool anything, depends how we are. It's because it's at the end, it's not what we do, it's what we are that makes a huge difference. For example, if you see people like, let's call about a friend of mine, Lior Suchard. Now, Lior Suchard is an incredible, successful performer. He's young, he goes in very top TV shows. And at the end of the day, if you actually see what he does, is what we all do. But it's the way that he does, the way he performed, the way he delivered the thing. So I think you need to start first understanding yourself, Daniel. So try to understand who you are, what you want to portray through mentalism, which is your character, your backstory, your brand. Because I think to become a successful performer, that you are a magician, a mentalist, an illusionist, we need to have a brand first. Because if we create our brand, for example, my brand is the Italian mentalist. Okay, I create everything around this concept, a little bit, elegant, cheeky, and I exasperate sometimes also my way, the way I talk and stuff. So that's my brand. So first, find your brand, find your passion, because maybe there is something that you really like in mentalism. It can be reading. I don't know. It can be emotional mentalism. It can be spoon bending or stuff like this, mind bending stuff. And then start from the basics. The Corinda, the Anneman books. I know people say, "Oh, but it's old stuff." Well, it's not. If you only think Magic by Bascom Jones, okay, is an unbelievable resource of material. There are 8 volumes, I think there are 8 or 6, I don't remember now, which are filled with information. And I have to tell you something. Some of my releases that I've done in the mentalism community, they actually been inspired by tricks of the 1940s and 1950s. So there is so much gold in the old books, which is unbelievable. And then when you have this knowledge, you start to understand what you really want and who you really are. You create your brand, and then you start to slowly buy the things that you need. But again, and one more thing, I think it's very important. Use a consultant. Ask someone. Can be your friend, a knowledgeable mentalism. You can pay a consultancy. There are many ways that you need to be able to that allow you to find yourself as a performer, to understand what you really want. Because again, being a mentalist today can be easy, but it's frustrating, because at the end of the day, you say, "Oh, I'm a mentalist," but then if someone asks you something, or you are in a group of knowledgeable mentalists, you don't know what to talk about, and that's bad. That's another important thing I want to say, because, for example, when we do convention, I have a chat with Richard Webster, Osterlind, Banachek, which are Max Maven, which for me
The
are
giants.
the giants. And when I talk with them, if they ask me something, or we can talk about anything, because I'm sure about my knowledge, and it's not their knowledge, by the way. Because if you talk with Max Maven, you tell him a trick, he tell exactly in which page, in which book the trick is, which is crazy. I don't know how it does, but that's mind blowing. But again, that's what is important. You need to actually be able to study from the books, start with basic, and then slowly build your persona. I think that's the best advice I can give.
Cool. Yeah, much apprecited. Minimalism, uh, not being as widespread, as general magic, card tricks, coin tricks. It's kind of that tricky thing where if you don't know, it's kind of hard to figure out where to start sometimes with that stuff,
Yeah,
because there's a lot of
exactly.
advanced stuff out there, but there's not
Yeah.
so much the beginner stuff. So I see Richard's also giving some love for 13 steps. I mean, I think a lot of people consider that the Bible of minimalism, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. It's
Of
like
course.
the core, old but still very, very relevant for sure.
If you
So
see people like Osterlin, also I saw his show live. I think you saw too. You were
yeah,
there in
yeah,
my invention.
mhm.
He doesn't do anything technology advanced.
Right.
It's nothing. He killed the audience. He literally killed the audience. I cannot now. This is a public video, so I cannot go too deep in the props.
Right.
But with a very simple, basic prop that you can find in 13 steps, he does an incredible act, guys. So again, or just a simple billet. I can do with a billet. I can do 10 minutes stage act, guys. So it's not what you do; it's how you do it that makes a big difference.
You just mentioned something there, your stage act, right? It's
Yeah.
really funny that you say that because the question just came in, and Naman, how do I prepare for stage shows? He's got a lot of material ready, but he's not sure to figure out what works and how to execute it on stage. So I know it's a big question, but maybe just a quick summary of making your magic
Well,
play bigger for stage, you know?
the first answer is don't do a lot of stuff. If you think about 30 minutes, let's say a 45-minute show, which is the classic length for corporate or cruise ships. Let's say you want to go on cruise ship or whatever. Uh, seven routines, no more than 7 routines. 7 routines, fine. Do something, open the show with something quick and to the point. Luca Bono, ciao. Do something quick and to the point, when you open the show, because remember the rule of the 5-second rule. People will judge you as soon you step on stage. So the way you present yourself, the way you smile, the way you introduce yourself, that's already the show. It's not the trick, it's how soon you go on stage. So that's the first thing. The first routine you want to do something quick and to the point. There are many routines that you can find which are like, I don't know, very quick, maybe a psychological opener, and then you can do like a short 50-50 choice, for example, just to set up the tone. And then you do something where you call some people on stage, maybe 2-3 people, just try to give as much as variety you can in the show. The timing, okay, the pace of the show, also this is very important. Don't be flat. You want to create like a wave. You start strong, then you call people, then maybe in the middle you can have something a little bit more emotional, like a mind reading piece, and then you big bang at the end with some callback in the show, like a mega prediction, and then at the end there is something that nobody's noticed but that happened at the end. Try to find a sequence of show that doesn't make the people sleep. Okay, that's very important. Use as much as you can of visual aid. For example, you see me here, I'm working on the stage in Qatar for Qatar Airways. Actually, that was the second show I did for them 1 year after the other one for Qatar Airways. And I use, pictures on screen, intro video, because again, mentalism is small, but something small can become really big if it's presented in the right way. So make sure you have a good flow in the show, record your show, test your show, don't put a lot of stuff, and watch other people's show, but do not copy them. That's very important. What other people does, and need to serve you as inspiration, because I see many people say, okay, that's good. I like Darren Brown. Let's do Darren Brown. That's not how it works. Only Darren can do Darren, okay? If you talk like this during the show and you are from Mississippi, it doesn't mean anything, for example. So you want to be yourself. So find your persona, find your brand, and the show needs to have a flow that goes nicely. So be also very, how can I say, very honest with yourself. Watch yourself, record the show, and be honest with yourself. Make sure that you don't get bored. If you get bored looking at yourself, that's a bad sign. So understood. Thanks a lot. No problem. You're welcome.
Cool. All right. Fantastic advice. And guys, if you have any other questions, we're going to jump into some product stuff here in a second. Luca, before we do that, though, I did want to ask you a quick question. Ollie wanted to know, how do you feel about chair tests, just in general? How do you feel about those?
Well, I wrote a chair test, which is in my book, Psyche, which is on Murphy Magic Supply, which is the ultimate chair test routine. And I'm a big fan of chair test. In fact, I closed my online show for corporate with a mini chair test that I created for online, of course, without chairs, but it's the same concept. I love chair tests, but for me, a chair test need to be quick, not complicated to follow, because I see many chair tests that have too many things going on. And it's very important that the chair test have a very big kick at the end that nobody expected. So if this chair test have, this, it gives you these possibilities, it's a good chair test. I love them. A lot of people say, yeah, it's too magically, it's too perfect sometimes. Well, it depends. It is good in a specific moment of the show. Can even close a show if the chair test makes sense. For example, Now because I want to push my routine, but I want to make some example. Thank you, Rui. My key of faith, which again you can find on Murphy Magic, the key of faith routine is a mixture of 7 keys to Bellpate, but with 3 keys, lock and key, and a chair test, but has a finale that nobody expect, and is completely customizable. And I give like is a kind of blueprint, and I say, look, this is the routine, make it yours, and that's what I think is a good chef test. Take it something, look at it, and make it yours, with your personality. So yeah, I love chef test, I'm a big fan of it, but you need to make sure they're not long and boring. That's very important.
Yeah, well said. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people think of with minimalism is that it just has to be long and drawn out because that's the stuff that they've seen before, that you have to do this process to get
Yeah.
to the end. But, that doesn't have to be the case, which is a
Of course.
good reminder for sure. Why don't we jump over to the website real quick? I know you've been mentioning a couple of the products there. I've got some of these queued up. Some of our there's just way too many for me to just list. So I thought I would give
Yeah.
you a chance to kind of go through some of your favorites, maybe, and let the guys know more about some of these. And also, Luca has something coming out very soon. Murphy's is going to be carrying this very soon that he'll tell you about in like 2 or 3 minutes. So hang tight for
Yeah.
that. He's got an exclusive thing here that you will not see anywhere else. So you can see the site. Luca, why don't you tell the guys about some of your favorites as I scroll through these, and we can talk more about the specifics on each one.
So the first one, the latest book I published is Shabara. Shabara now is a very weird name, and is actually is the first mentalist book which is written as a novel. Okay, so you read the story, and then after it, you will see the actual explanation of the routines. It's not a book for everyone, I will say, because contains routines which are very emotional, that connect people in a very different way. It's a little bit based on my trilogy, Emotional Mentalism, which still you can find on Murphy Magic Supply, and it's a show that connect people on a completely different level. It's not a commercial mentalism routines, but if you want to really like connect with people in a different way, there's one idea that you can check out. Then if you want to talk about commercial mentalism, then there is Triad, which is the book right underneath Shabara. And these are 3 routines, as the book said, but there is actually 4 because there is one extra. 3 routines which are for stage and for TV, and are all super commercial routine, which actually presented in a TV show on Rai Uno, which is a national TV in Italy last year, for the show Vieni da me with Caterina Balivo, which was the presenter of the show. And I did this routine there in that show. So, and that's to show you, and that's very important. Everything I release, and I know there is some people here that brought my stuff. Thank you, Alessandro. I never release anything that has not been tested and worked a lot.
It's awesome.
And that's very important, Luke, because especially, I understand in magic today, there is also a lot of visual magic for YouTube and stuff. No, that's fine. If you don't want to use something in the real world, fine, you can do some Instagram magic, that's good. But mentalism, you cannot risk. You cannot risk that something doesn't work. You cannot risk that the props breaks. And we go through many prototypes. For example, Luke the Fox. Now, I was talking before with the Fox about the Fox with Luke, which I think is almost sold out. I think we have the last 3 on Murphy, and then that's it. This has been, Luke, an incredible pain to produce. Me and Alan Wong went through hundreds of hours of prototypes and design and 3D design and materials. This is a wallet. I call a folio, is a folio that has a full mentalism show inside that you can carry with you everywhere you go and can play from 10 to 1,000 people. I actually use this folio for cruise ship. My second show on the cruise ship is all with the Fox.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yes. and because the routine are designed in a way, even if you use small props, are designed in a way that you involve audience. So even if you do a psychometry routine with business card, the routine is playing there, you use people on stage. So yeah, I know it's bad to say, but in this case, the people become the props, you know? So yeah, it created on that concept. You see, it's a full mentalism show. There is so much inside there that you have no idea. And it's not cheap. It's $245, but we sold out. We have, I think, the last 3 on Murphy. And once they finish, once they're done, we will not do this anymore because it's very expensive to make.
That's it. That's it.
That's it. That's it. So
Eduardo says something that sums that up. He says this is what is called the perfect EDC, everyday carry, which there you go. It's like a show in
yeah,
your wallet, basically.
yeah. Exactly. No, imagine this. I was always, my problem was because again, that's my job and that's what I do. I need to
Right.
be ready all the time. Okay.
Yeah.
So what can I carry with me, even if I go on vacation and I have a quick show to do, because it's inevitable, guys. When you go somewhere, let's say you are 1 week on I don't know, in vacation somewhere. It's inevitable that sooner or later someone knows that you are a mentalist, and they say, "Oh, can you show us something? Oh, tonight we had a group of 5, 6 friends. Can you show something?" Well, if you have the fox, you're done. You're literally done. So I say, okay, what can I do? And I created that thing for me. And actually, before this went on Murphy, before we actually produced that, I've been working 2 years with a terrible prototype, which was it was absolutely terrible. The quality was terrible, and I work with that. I've been carrying with me, you see, me and Lana, and here in Blackpool, actually, we did this video. And I've been carrying this fox everywhere I go. It's Alessandro, I know, has one. Thank you, Alessandro. It's really, I think I'm very proud of it. And again, I'm not pushing the product because it's sold out. So I don't know. You will be lucky if you find the fox in some of the shops around. You need to see which one they still have, because I know some. I think probably, I don't know if Vanishing Ink or Alakazam, probably they still have some. I don't know, but you need to go around and see it because it's not easy to find. So
Cool. And that is a good reminder that, guys, all of these products that we're talking about at this point of the show can be found from your favorite magic shops. So don't forget
yeah,
about that.
of
Mark's
course.
asking the price. As you can see on the site, $245. So there
Yeah,
you
I
go.
know that sounds expensive, but for what it is,
Mm-hmm.
you get a box with everything you need. Literally straight off the box, you can perform the routine. You don't need to print anything. You don't need to do anything. You just put this in your pocket. You are ready to go. There is a book, a full book. There are 17 downloads. Man, this has been a work of love, and I think that this can easily be sold for 500, easily, because the work we did with it and the money that you will get using the fox back, it's unbelievable. You will work with it. I talk with so much passion of this product because I really believe it, because I've used it and I still use it. So
Yeah. So product wise, I know I teed it up here. I went over my 2 or 3 minutes, but can we get maybe like a little peek, a little exclusive look at the new product that you have coming out? I don't even know when it's coming out. You probably know more about that than I do, but what's the
yeah.
exclusive you can give us here today, Luca, for the guys watching?
So the first one that will come up is this from Tony D'Amico, which I produced. It's called ESPO, which is Extreme Super Prediction Opener. Now, of course, now I cannot show everything because otherwise people in Murphy will kill me. But I can only say that this is a fantastic ESP opener, which is completely customizable, so that you can change the design because we give you the file and everything. You get this packaging where you get the routine ready to go straight from the box. so you can perform. And the beauty is that is a perfect opener also for online shows. So if you ever wanted to do a quick open with the SP symbol, or even with other symbol, because we also give the emoji version, and also all the graphic design that you can quickly change whatever you want, and your personalizable routine. This is the way to go. I'm so excited about when Tony D'Amico showed me. I was blown away. It's so easy. The idea is very simple. You show a board. Let me just show the board, because I don't want to show too much, because otherwise, so you actually show this board or to the audience. They choose one of the symbols, and you predicted 100%. Now, of course, it's based on a concept that we know, but in a clever way. Why? Because it uses everything that happened. It makes perfect sense. And when Tony showed me, at the beginning, it was a routine for stage. And I say, look, let's work on it before we actually release it. So we start to perform. He was doing this on live. I was doing this online. And we combine the ideas. And now this is an incredible weapon. It's a perfect opener for online show. It makes sense. Everything is absolutely justified 100%. I'm so pumped and excited about this, guys. This is fantastic. It comes in this, kind of flat box, I would say, in an envelope with a marker. So you are ready to go straight off the box. And online, you will love to do this online, because, online, the problem with online routines, and that we always looking for the perfect quick opener. And this is one of them. So you will be very happy to invest in this. I think cost $45, something like this. Is not even expensive. So it's a good thing to have.
Very cool. You guys got the exclusive here. Go ahead.
And there is something more is coming to Murphy. And for the people in the know, I'm going to spill the beans. It's a way to say, yeah. I don't know. Sometimes, okay. We just closed a new release with Murphy this morning. So look, this is fresh, very fresh.
I don't even know about this. All right.
Of a fantastic tool for Mentalist. Now, I cannot say for what it is, because this is live, but it's something has been underground from years. And always Murphy asked me and Paul McGuy, because there's something created from me and Paul, to actually release to them. But we always did every single units by hand. Finally, with Alan Wong, we finally had, after 2 years, Luke, 2 years of prototypes, we finally have the perfect version and improved version of the TBC box. It's a box. I cannot say what this does, because we are live and normal people is watching, okay? But it's an incredible tool for Mentalist, which I think is the final answer. Sorry if I say you this, but it's the final answer of that kind of things, because it's the only box that allow you to do something that all other box will allow you to do it. So now I cannot say anymore. I know I'm very cryptic, but sadly I cannot say more. But I'm very happy. Yes, TBC. Alessandro actually brought the first version, the one we had, but now this is so great, and Alan did an incredible job. And everything like the Fox, this will be the actual high-end stuff that we produce. So it will come in a box like the Fox, so in a very nice box with the book, all the material you need, the box and everything else. And of course, the download the files that you can print, 12 routines. There are 3 of my favorite question and answer acts that I do with this. It's fantastic. And I'm really pumped. I can't wait. You see this. Can I actually share just the logo of this? Do you mind?
I don't mind at all. You do what you want to do.
Just the logo. So you see, I think I need to share the screen here. Yeah, okay. So this is, if you can put this on air.
Yes, I will bring this here.
Yeah.
There you go. I think I lost your audio. Okay, so I don't have audio on that though. That's unfortunate. So let me go back. Hold on one second, Luca. All right, so I think I have your audio now. Go for it.
Okay, no, so that's the logo. Just this I can show, no more.
Okay, there we go. All right,
There you go.
you guys saw it. There you go. No mas. That's all you get.
Yeah, and
Oops. There you
yeah,
go. You're back.
we're
We're back.
very happy that we closed this deal with Murphy, because I can't wait
Awesome.
that people will enjoy this tool, because it's really
Cool.
really cool things to have. So.
I did have one question about the first one that you showed, and I guess both. Do you have any timeline? Do you know when either one of those may be actually released? Do you know when the timing is?
ESPO, we almost done all the units for Murphy. So the thing is, guys, now the shipping.
Hmm.
Everything now is very slow, and we have to ship from Sicily to Murphy. So, of course, we will use, DHL or UPS, or whatever it is. But even UPS now is going really late and slow. So I hope that for end of January, let's say beginning of February, ESPO will be already available. And then the TBC box, I think about March, April, probably. But I hope March, because again, everything, guys, is going so slow. Even the manufacturing, because again, we have to wait people sending us the props, and then we have to put everything together. We need to record the video, editing the video, then ship everything to America. So it's not easy. It's the worst moment now to work on these kind of things, because we need to wait material from different kind of places, and so it's just we are in the hand of the post and couriers and shipping. That's it.
Yeah, I get it. But at least we know we have a good idea of when this stuff will be out. So that's good. That's better than nothing. So we'll take it. And thank you for giving us some exclusives here as well. I know that was something I
No,
was hoping for.
I
So
can only do with you, of course. I can do this in my private group, but I never do outside my group, which is, by the way, Luca Volpe Mentalism Productions. If you want to join my group on Facebook, we are more than 4,000 funny people. we happy people, not funny people, happy people in the group. So you will enjoy me there. We have a lot of interview and stuff. And so again, I just did this with you, Luke, because we are a big family, and
yep.
so I was the right moment to do this with you, of course.
Well, thank you. Very much appreciated. And of course, your time. I know I've gone over a few minutes here, what I told you to, but I do want to give you a chance one more time if guys are just joining us. Something very big and very special is coming up that I want you guys to hear about one more time from Luke. If you just want to summarize this one more time, the dates, the website, you guys do not want to miss this if you're a fan of mentalism. So, Luca, take it away.
So this is the Mindvention convention. Is this year will be virtual, 16 January to the 18, and then workshop. We have a full week of workshop, and this will be an amazing convention to follow with great presenter from all around the world. We have Richard Osterlind, Banachek, Peter Turner, Luch. This is just a few of the names, because there are many. Colin McLeod, and again, Colin is very difficult. Mark Paul is a genius. Haim Goldberg, Amir Lustwig, Guy Bubbly, Kennedy, Luch. We have a Keith Barry, Peter Turner, guys. And then one more thing. We also have the night in the evening, the Saturday. Oh no, the Friday thing. Yeah, the first day anyway. We have the show live from Vegas from Jeff McBride. We have Jeff McBride Mystery School from Las Vegas. So imagine that you start in the morning, and the beauty is that it's virtual. So you can eat in front of the screen. If you go in the toilet, you can bring the telephone with you, so that's fine. You're having a shower, bring the telephone with you, so you can follow my mention everywhere you go.
I like your
So
style, Luca. I like your style, sir. That's funny. Wherever you go, you can go
wherever
along
you
for
go,
the
yeah,
ride.
that's it.
And the website, one more time. I don't know if you said it again, but what's the website if they want to check it out?
Mindmention.net. Okay,
Cool.
so
Very good.
mindmention.net. You Google it, you will find it anyway. Very simple.
And Renato was saying that limited platinum registrations are still available. So if you guys are interested, the time is now. The time is now.
Yes,
I think
time is
that's right.
now, and you just go on there and you will find the registration that you prefer. So
All right, cool. Well,
yeah,
I think we got through this pretty easily, and I don't know about you, Luca, but the time flew by. It feels like we
yeah,
just started this. So
we start. It's already 1 hour, and it looks like 20 minutes for me because we've
it's
been
good.
going quite, yeah, speed and
Yeah.
hard stuff today we talked about. So
And
I'm
you
happy
dropped
about
a
it.
lot of great knowledge along the way. So if you guys are just joining us now, you can listen to this later. We're going to put this up on our podcast. You can find it in the Apple Podcasts or any of your favorite podcast platforms, Spotify, iHeartRadio, et cetera, et cetera. Just look for Murphy's Magic Unplugged. This will probably be up tomorrow because I have to edit some stuff and upload it. But all of our past
Yeah.
episodes are up there. Excuse me. And I want to give some love to Luca for his time. I know it's late where you are in the UK, so you're almost going on 10 o'clock at night over there. So,
Yes, but that's fine. It's been a pleasure, Luke. We normally meet and eat and drink together when in normal time. So I'm happy to at least to see you and talk with
yeah,
you for now. But I'm sure
we'll
that,
take it. Yeah.
yeah,
For
of
now,
course,
until we can
for
do
now,
this all again in person and we'll all celebrate and it'll be good again. So,
of course,
yeah,
of course.
cool. All
Luke, thank
right.
you very
Well,
much. Thank you. It's been a pleasure
thank you,
and
sir.
honor. It's been an honor, really, to be your guest because I know you have a great performers, a guest in your show. So thank you very much for inviting me.
Ah, come on, you fit right in, man. And the work this man does, very inspiring stuff. He is one of the busiest virtual show performers out there. And on top of that, now he's putting on a magic convention with a great team. So, respect. I think
Yeah.
that's the big word. Luca Volpe, respect.
Uh,
So
it's
there we
Italian,
go.
Italian respect, the Italian respect.
And respect to you guys for watching, hanging out. Tried to get to some of your questions if we missed them. Sorry, we've just had a good time chatting here, so we got away from that. But you guys have a great evening, and I'll see you all next year. And Happy New Year to everybody. And Luca, Happy New Year to
Yeah,
you as well, man. We can only go up from
yeah,
here, right? We can only get better next year.
of course. We can always come on.
Yeah, cool. All right, guys. Well, take care of yourself, and I will catch you all in 2021. See you, everybody.
Ciao.